Have you ever felt like time is moving too fast? Like the days blur into each other, and suddenly, a whole month is gone, and you don't even remember what you did. I've been there. Then this story about a girl who stopped the clock changed the way I look at time forever. Her name was Alina. She was young, bright, full of dreams, like many of us once were before routine slowly dimmed that fire. Every day, she woke up with the same thought: I need more time. Time to study. Time to work on herself. Time to think. Time to breathe. But life doesn't slow down when you want it to. It keeps pushing, running, dragging you forward, whether you're ready or not. One evening, after another exhausting day, Alina sat alone in her quiet room. Her eyes fell on an old clock hanging on the wall, ticking endlessly, reminding her of everything she hadn't done. She stared at it and whispered, I wish I could stop you, just for a moment. And then, something strange happened. The ticking stopped, completely. She thought she was imagining things. She stood up, touched the clock, and it still didn't move. The seconds froze. The room fell silent, almost unnaturally peaceful, like the world took a breath and held it. Time had stopped. Now, before you think this is a fantasy story, let me tell you something important. The moment I heard this story, I understood it wasn't about magic. It was about realization. About the moment when you stop running on autopilot and finally see your life clearly. I remember a time when I felt the same way Alina did. I was overwhelmed, always rushing, always late, never catching up. No matter how fast I moved, life moved faster. And one day, I asked myself a simple question. When was the last time I was actually present? Not thinking about tomorrow, not regretting yesterday. Just here, in this moment. Most of us live like Alina. Time slips through our fingers because we never stop to feel it. We don't pause, don't breathe, don't notice how fast we're moving until we're exhausted. In the story where the clock stopped, Alina walked outside. The entire world was frozen. People mid-step, birds mid-flight, cars mid-turn. Everything still. At first, she felt scared. Then, she felt something she hadn't felt in years. Clarity. She realized that time wasn't the enemy. Her pace was. She had been running so fast that life had become a blur. She wasn't living. She was surviving. And this is the part that hit me the hardest. We ask for more time, but what we really need is more awareness, more intention, more presence. I learned this the hard way. It was a period when I worked nonstop, chasing goals, chasing success, chasing everything except myself. I thought productivity meant moving fast, filling every minute, always doing something. But that kind of speed is poison. It drains your mental energy until you don't even recognize your own life anymore. Then, one day, I did something simple. I stopped. For just a minute, turned off everything, my phone, my laptop, the noise around me, and just sat there. And that 1 minute felt like the first breath after being underwater for too long. Time didn't change. I did. Back to Alina. She looked at the frozen world around her and understood the truth. The clock hadn't stopped. Her mind finally had. And when your mind stops rushing, you finally start living. She walked through the stillness and noticed things she never paid attention to, the way sunlight hit the windows, the softness of the wind, the small smile on a stranger's face, frozen in time. These tiny things she rushed past daily suddenly felt beautiful. And here's a lesson that I personally use now. When life feels overwhelming, slow down your mind. Not your goals, not your dreams, just your mind. It's because chaos outside doesn't matter if you have calm inside. Here are a few things I learned. The same kind of lessons Alina discovered in her silent world. Pause before reacting. Life gets better when you stop responding out of stress. Set intentional moments of stillness. Even 1 minute can reset your entire day. Notice what truly matters. Most things we stress about won't matter in a week. Be where your feet are. Stop living in your head. start living in your life. Alina finally walked back into her room. She stood in front of the clock, took a deep breath, and placed her hand on it. "I understand now," she whispered. She wanted to stop wasting it when she gently nudged the clock. The ticking returned. The world moved again. Life continued, but she was different. That's the real magic of the story. Time didn't change. She did. And that's what I want you to think about right now. You don't need to stop the world to reset your life. You just need a moment of true presence, a moment where you step out of the noise and finally hear yourself again. Let me tell you one more small personal example, okay? There was a day when I felt like I was losing everything: energy, hope, direction. I was anxious about the future and disappointed about the past. I kept thinking, I'm running out of time. But then I asked myself a simple question: running out of time? For what? And the answer shocked me. I didn't know. I was stressed by a race I never defined. Most people live this way, running nowhere, fast. But when you slow down, even just for a moment, you start asking better questions, like, what do I actually want? Where am I really going? What matters enough to deserve my time? Alina learned that day that time isn't the enemy. It's a gift, but only if you live it consciously. The world doesn't need to stop. You just need to start noticing it. So here's my final message, the one Alina learned, and the one I learned too. Don't wait for life to slow down. Slow yourself down. That's how you take control of time. It's how you stop the clock, not in the world, but in your mind. And when you do, the world suddenly becomes clearer, your purpose becomes sharper, and your life finally becomes yours again.